Right, so there is less than a month left until exams now. This is the final push. I'm going to equip you guys today with the best advice that I can give to make sure you get the best possible grades. Before we head into the video, I just want to quickly say that I do take video requests and I do respond to any questions you guys may have. So if you have any questions or any videos you want me to do, just leave them in the comments down below, or you can email me. My email is in my channel bio. One more thing, I'm currently taking on new students as well for tutoring, so if you want to be tutored by yours truly, just email me. Again, my email is in my channel bio. Let's get straight into it. First thing you need to do is make sure you're organized in the sense that you know exactly what is coming. So write down your exam list. If you haven't got your exam timetable already, just go online and search up your exam boards for 2025, and then they should have an exam timetable on there online for you to access, and then you can write them down. You can write them in your notes, you can write them in your notebook, you can write them in your calendar, and that way you can plan ahead, you can plan your revision accordingly. Don't be one of those students that don't know what exam they have tomorrow, for example. You need to know exactly what is coming so you can prepare. Second thing is to know your exam questions inside and out for each of your subjects and know the question structures accordingly. If it is essay based, that is especially essential. For example, English and history, know the structures for the questions. Similarly, for other non-essay based exams such as maths and science, you still need to know the kind of questions that could come up. For example, there's going to be longer mark questions in both, like at the back of the papers. You need to know how to word those. You need to know what kind of stuff you need to be putting in there to get maximum marks, and the best way to do that is to practice those exam papers, which brings me on to my next point. Practicing exam questions at this point is crucial. I would recommend doing it every single day if you can. You can either do an exam question from each subject every single day, or you could do an entire past paper every single day from a different subject each day. Then what you do is, once you finish the paper, don't just toss it to the side and call it a day. Mark it, obviously, and then when you mark it, write down all the mistakes you made on a notebook or a Word document or somewhere. And then what should end up happening is, as you do more of these exam questions and more of these exam papers, you should end up building up a list of these mistakes that you've been making. And then what you can do is you can read through that list of mistakes and list of feedback every single day, every morning and every evening, and that way it will slowly work its way into your memory, so that when you sit down for your next exam paper, you're going to remember, oh yeah, I made this mistake, so I'm not going to be doing it again. Henceforth, learning from your mistakes. That's what I did for my medicine entrance exam, and it worked really well. And also, when you have that list of mistakes, you can see like recurring mistakes, for example, areas that you're consistently making mistakes on across different subjects even, and that way you know what to focus on for your revision. Next thing I'd recommend you do is watching these little binge revision videos like on Primrose Kitten. And I'm not saying to do just that and not anything else. That is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Do not do that. Do not rely on binge revision videos, because that is passive recall and you are going to be really cutting yourself short here. What I'm saying to do is watch the binge revision video first, so as you go through it, you'll realize, oh, hang on, she's talking about this, but I've never done this before. Oh, I don't really remember that. Therefore, you're going to be able to quickly figure out where your weak topics are and gaps in your knowledge. You're going to be able to find your gaps in your knowledge much faster, because binge revision videos tend to condense like several massive topics into 1 hour long videos. And obviously we only have like a month left, so time is of the essence now. You need to quickly figure out where you're going wrong, where your weak areas are. So you can watch those videos and then make a list of your weak areas, and then go and revise them in depth and make flashcards on them and do active recall, etc. I'm just going to reiterate, do not do binge revision videos on their own, because that is not going to get you anywhere. Which brings me on to my next point. As you're doing exam practice and as you're revising your weak areas, if there's any exam question that you've marked and stuff but you still don't understand like the answer, or if there's any weak topic that you've revised but you still don't really understand it fully, make a list of it, and then after class go up to your teacher and ask them to go through it with you on the board after class. Alternatively, at this point, you'd probably be doing like revision sessions in class anyway if you're not already on study leave, and ask your teacher to do a specific topic with you during those revision sessions. It's really important that you utilize your teachers, because they're there to help you and they have a plethora of knowledge, so make sure you're using your teachers to their fullest. My final point is to immerse yourself, especially if it's a subject like history that has a lot of context and a lot of like story behind the subject. Immerse yourself in the subject. I was watching Rise of the Nazis, a documentary on BBC iPlayer. I watched it twice. I was really immersing myself in that subject, because when you immerse yourself in subjects like history within the context, it helps to put the pieces together. They're not just facts thrown at you in a textbook. You're seeing it all play out, and therefore your answers in your exam questions, in your exam papers, are going to be far more like informed and far more coherent, if that makes sense. And yeah, that pretty much brings us to the end of the video. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, again, just leave them in the comments or email me. And again, just a reminder, if you want to be tutored by me, just email me. My email is in my channel bio. Good luck with your exams, you got this, and yeah, bye guys.